Good evening. It's 7 p.m. It's Thursday, May 6th, 2021. I'll call the meeting for the Zoning Board of Appeals open. First on the agenda is Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Roll call.
Roberto Cini.
John Glenn.
George Slingo.
William LePage.
Wesley Pettit.
Hugh Cushing.
Someone want to make a motion to have Hugh Cushion?
I make a motion that Hugh Cushing be made a permanent member.
Second. Motion's been made in second. All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Okay. There's a public hearing for 53 Flaxfield Road. A special permit request to allow the addition of 618 square feet for an increase of 75.5%. To come up to the
Good evening. Good evening, members of the board. My name is Brian Hill. I'm a representative from Land Planning. We helped the Dion family come up with these plans for development. It's pretty basic. So the house, the existing house is quite small, and the porch is in the front setback, which puts it in the non-conforming category. The addition they want to put on meets all of the setbacks, and as a total project, it's still only 14% lot coverage, so it's about half of the maximum lot coverage. And every zoning bylaw is met except for that existing front porch. So there's no new or expanded non-conformances with this package. We've already developed site plans as well and met with conservation. They've given us the blessing as well.
conservation has?
Yeah. That's why we kept the addition as far forward as possible, right to the edge of the setback line.
Any questions from the board? Any questions from any abutters? Hearing none.
Make a motion we close the public hearing.
Second.
Motions are made and seconded to close the public hearing. All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries.
I make a motion that we issue the special permit as requested.
Second.
Motion's been made and seconded to allow a special permit for the addition of 618 square feet, or an increase of 75.5%. All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries.
Thank you very much. Have a good evening.
You too now. Thank you.
Next is,
I don't believe there is. Thank you, though. You're welcome. Thank you.
something I said. Next on the agenda is a public hearing for Noble Street lots. Extension of,
Are we closed?
on special permit variance granted for Noble Street lots on May 11th, 2021.
Isn't that 2019?
Shouldn't have been- I think that's a typo there.
Yeah. I wondered about that.
I think it was last year.
It was last year.
I wasn't present for that one. I believe you were.
Yeah, it was last year we granted it.
Okay.
Yep.
All right. The special permit, how long are they allowed?
That they had to get it done within a year.
Yeah, the planning board, my recollection is the planning board gave us a letter, and they stated that we could grant approval for him to continue but that it would have to be redone every year.
Have to be redone every year.
Yeah, or the alternative was to, I guess, change to 2 acres. Was it a 1 acre, 2 acre question? And then resubmit the entire subdivision for approval.
That would have to go to the planning board, not
Yes.
us.
Right.
Okay, my name is Antonio Cerqueira. I'm the owner of the land, and the board gave me a 1-year extension last year, but with the virus, everything, I couldn't do anything. So, so I'm back again, try to get an extension or variance, whatever. So I need about 6 months just to build the road. It's about 1,000 feet of road. I have to build a bridge, 2 12-foot walls, retaining walls for the road. It's all ledge. It's a tough project. And the thing is, I need to go to a bank to get money to build that road. And no bank will finance that road with a guarantee like at least 18 months, because, like I said, you know, they allow like, a bank gives me like 50,000 a lot, which is 9 lots is 450,000. If I go to 6 lots, that's change, go from 1 acre to 2 acres. I only get 6 lots. So no bank is gonna give me $100,000 a lot. So I'm having a problem. I want to develop the land, finish up the project, but I'm having a tough time getting money from the bank. So I need a guarantee, like maybe a year and a half, 6 months for the road, and 12 months to build a house.
Any questions from the board?
Not a question, but I do have the letter that the planning board sent us,
Okay.
and it would really be contrary to the request that he just made. Want me to read the entire letter again?
Please.
Yeah. I don't need the microphone, do I?
No.
Okay. All right, so this letter was from Bill Scanlon, and it was to us, to the ZBA, and it was from the planning board. It says, "You recently asked for clarification of the status of lots in the Pierpont Estates subdivision by the developer. The definitive plan was endorsed December 21st, 2006 under the Zoning Act, MGL 40A. Definitive plans have 8 years of protection from zoning changes, which runs from the date of endorsement. In addition, the Permit Extension Act and one renewal gave 4 additional years of protection. Combined, Pierpont Estates has had 12 years to build homes at the zoning requirements in effect at the time of the subdivision of the plan. The protection then expired on December 21, 2018. When submitted, lots were laid out to comply with the requirements of the residential 43 zoning district, which requires a minimum of 43,560 square feet of area. However, town meeting rezoned a portion of the property to Res 87, which requires a minimum of 87,000 square feet of land. Now lots in the Res 87 district must have 87,000 square feet in order to be approved as building lots. Then it says that the developer met with the planning board to discuss this matter. His options include, number 1, to reconfigure the remaining lots to contain 87,000 square feet, where he would likely lose a few lots. Or number 2, to seek a town meeting vote to restore the original zoning designation. Or 3, seek variances from the ZBA for lot area relief. The planning board did not recommend a specific course of action to pursue. Presumably, since variances lapse if they are not exercised within 1 year, he would seek a variance on a case-by-case basis when he wished to build on a non-conforming lot. So what I'm reading from this is that we only have the authority to grant the 1-year extension. Does that sound correct?
Yeah, I would agree with that. What do you say? Or do we have the right to,
Renew it?
for 1 year?
That's all we had.
No. My understanding is that we can, I thought that we could only give them a 6-month extension on that, not a 1-year extension.
We already gave them the 1 year.
Their words are an extension on a, does it say lot by lot? But,
Lot by lot, as he goes in.
but I really, I don't know, I guess I felt it could be, you wouldn't have to specify a particular lot.
So if we deny, what happens then?
I don't know.
If we deny, let's be honest, if you deny, it's no point for me to finish that project. Because I'll be losing money, because it's a very costly piece of road to do. This gentleman was there the other day, and he saw what we got over there. It's a tough project. I want to finish it up. But if I don't have a bank that is going to give me the money, and no bank is going to give me the money with the 6 months or, I don't know, maybe a year. So what I have to-
Oh, I'm sorry, go ahead.
So I have to walk away from. And I don't think the town is going to benefit from that, or anybody, or even me. So whatever the board can do, I appreciate it, because, I mean,
I have a question, if, and we might need the building official, or may need advice from someone else, but what if a few of the lots were selected for you to build on right away? If you received another 1-year extension, could you do just some sort of construction, pull a permit for those individual lots and do some sort of work to keep those in the works for longer than a year? I mean, I guess the question is, once you start on a particular lot, are you not then covered until completion? And I know you have some sort of a time limit that you have to complete it by, and we'd have to look into that. But is that not an option that could work?
I think the real question before the board is, can we extend if it's already been extended once, can we
Oh.
extend it again?
I guess I don't know.
I don't know that
Might need
answer.
legal advice.
Never had that problem before.
I don't know. I couldn't say definitively.
I thought we could, if it was the original, he came before the board
I'm sorry.
May 11th, 2020.
Right.
And he requested
A 1-year extension.
a 1-year was it an extension, or was it a 1-year?
Oh, I'm sorry, he requested a special, a variance,
Right. So we
and he
can,
hasn't acted on it.
so we can grant him, I
A 1
believe,
year.
a 6-month. I don't think we can go a year.
Oh, okay.
I don't know that answer. I think we'll have to get a ruling from town council on that,
Or get the building inspector here.
or the building inspector.
I could probably get that answered real quick.
Do we want to make a motion that would say something such as extending it for a year if that's legally allowed to be done? So that then we've at least had our vote, and then it just has to be checked to make sure that it was a proper motion and a
So
proper
you're
vote.
saying make a 1-year pending
Approval from somebody.
approval from town council or
Or
somebody,
review from town council, yeah.
or review from town council.
So that he doesn't have to, at least, he can avoid coming back again next month for us.
But if town council says that, no, you can only do the 6 months, and then he'll have 6 months.
Because we can only do what we're legally allowed to do. We just have to figure out what that is.
The problem is, I cannot find a bank that will finance that road with a 6-month extension. Because, I mean, they'll give me, let's say they give me $50,000 a lot. I need $600,000. The bank is gonna give me 300. And,
Now, did you apply, I don't know how many lots there are.
it's, 9 lots left.
So you applied, on the 20th, you applied for 9 special permits?
I applied for 11. I built 2 houses. And because I don't have to do the road that I have to do now. So, but now, to develop these lots,
So you applied for all 9?
I applied for 11 at the beginning.
11 originally, but the 9 remaining, you
Right.
have applied for?
Because I built 2. yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I don't know the answer on that.
Well, the other option is to go to a town meeting vote for 87,000 square foot lots.
And that, honestly, I'm 74 years old,
Mhm.
and I don't have time. So if I can get at least a year, I might as well shut the doors and go home. And I understand your position, but my position is,
If we voted for 1 year and it was only 6 months, it could get thrown right out, and you have nothing.
1 year, let's say if I, in your year, if I at least put a foundation in every lot, will I be covered a year from now? I can build some houses, and if I don't build them all, as long as I do some work, get a foundation in place, do I will be covered a year from now?
I would say, yeah.
That's what I was thinking, that's what I was asking.
Did some
yeah.
work.
Yeah.
I think it's 6 month. If a job goes stagnant for 6 months, then the building permit's void,
Okay.
on a regular building permit, but this is a special permit, so I don't know how that plays out.
Yeah, we need the building inspector, yeah.
So what happens if we?
We just
were-
don't wanna make the wrong move and then,
Yeah.
So
come back
what would
and ask.
happen if we would table this for now and have the gentleman come back next month? Because we have, it appears we have more questions than answers. I don't know how the board feels
Well,
about that.
this is the problem. Like, I lost the full year between the virus and the decisions, because we postponed a bunch of meetings, 2 or 3 meetings last year, or the year before, and I lost the whole year. And I cannot go through this again.
Have you looked at engineering it to 87,000 square foot lots?
I do, but
Because then
again,
you
that
have
doesn't work for me. See,
You have no time constraints.
no, but doesn't work for me to build that road just to get 6 lots. Just doesn't work for me. So why even bother putting my time into this thing? And, I mean, in the town, I know the town wants that project finished. But won't be finished if I don't get 1 year. I mean, and I'm not trying to push, all right? Push the board, but if I don't get 1 year, I mean, I cannot get finance from a bank. They will give me 50,000 a lot. That is half of what I need. All right?
I have a question. Does this road dead end?
Well, right now is 2 dead ends. All right, now I'm trying to connect the road.
Okay. Is it possible for you to start constructing on the other end and come down the hill?
I cannot start building anything till I get the lots of release. To get the lots of release,
You need
if
some
the
money
road
from
is
bank.
not in, I have to bond the road. And it will be probably 2 times what it's gonna cost me.
Well, anybody I could call.
Well, I mean, it's, I mean, that's something, we need advice.
Yeah.
That's what I
So,
said.
I'm inclined to think, I understand a year, but if you had to put it off for 30 more days, and we get something definitive, because we don't want to be in a position of issuing it, we're not allowed to. I mean, that's just crazy. If we're allowed to extend another year, I mean, I think there's something to be said that we should be able to, because we had another public hearing now
Yeah.
on the whole issue. But again, somebody's got to, I just want to be sure that, so if the building inspector were here, he could probably cite us chapter and verse. He's not. And then town council, I mean, how long is it going to take to get I don't think it's going to take him that long to make that determination.
Can we give the building inspector a call?
Or does the planning board have the answer?
I mean, they may well. They may well.
Planning board doesn't. Because I started this whole thing with the planning board, and the planning board, it was like, nobody, again, basically the same thing, nobody know what to do. They didn't know what to
I'll
do,
make a
so.
phone call.
Well, we've got a name we can hang our hat on.
You were asking about it.
With all the
Because
cold
this is the
stuff,
lots.
and the delays and
That's the
stuff.
Yeah,
everybody
you
just
see,
kinda
I mean,
like-
the whole, yeah, right. I mean, I can understand why it's
Yeah,
just
this
a
is-
year just because.
This is where I,
So Tony, that, last time you came in
met
front
up
of
with
the
him.
planning board, you said you were doing that bridge and starting the
He's
road.
built these two
Excuse me?
lots.
Last time you
Right here
came
is
to the planning
bridge he
board,
has to go in. Have
you
you
said you were starting, putting that bridge in.
Well, I got the bridge in place.
Oh, okay.
The bridge is already in place.
Yeah,
Yeah, so now I have to build the walls, 12-foot tall walls
yeah.
by 150 feet long, all right? And I have to blast all their ledge to get my road in. I mean, it's a very costly. And again, I get a couple banks over there, they give me 50,000 a lot. If I get 6 months, they say, Tony, it's not enough time for you to build 9 houses over here. 6 months, that's for the road. So I'm kind of stuck, because I need money to put that thing in. I mean, and you may know the place. I know that the planning board wants that road finished. I mean, everybody wants that road finished. The people that live there, everybody. But again, I didn't even know why they changed the zoning. You approve a subdivision, and after you approve the subdivision, change the zoning. I just don't understand, they should change the zoning before.
Well, it's been going on a long time.
Well, yeah, but you understand.
But yeah, you're already in approved subdivision, so yeah.
The market, soon as I get in, I could have walked away from that thing like 2008 when the whole thing crashed. But I'm trying to finish it up, all right? I work hard to finish it up, and I want to finish it up. I hope I can get everything done by this time next year.
Houses are certainly selling, aren't they?
And not
Well, they're
asking
selling, I
for a
mean, I
fee.
have the buyers.
They're all higher.
All right, thank you. Do you have a copy of the zoning book?
Right here.
We have it.
You got it?
I just talked to, I couldn't get a hold of Nelson.
Okay.
I talked to a previous building inspector, and he said that it was 6
6 months.
6 months.
One shot, one time,
Yeah, that was
that's
it.
it?
But he says it might have been changed. He does not,
Yep.
does not know. So I was just trying to.
Are there any special conditions in place because of COVID?
Well,
It's,
I asked that.
it's something we need to refer to town council. What's the word, Tony, with lumber prices? Coming down soon?
Supposed to stabilize, they say it's gonna stabilize, all right, August.
August.
So between now and August, may go up another 100%.
Before then?
Yeah, right now it's 300%. I mean, we
crazy.
pay as much for 2x4 as used to pay for 2x10.
Mm.
Yeah. But people are still buying. I have buyers for these houses over there. So,
I went and bought 6 2x4s. It was $53 for 6.
For what?
6 2x4s. It was $53. A sheet of OSB plywood is $40.
you find the three-quarter tongue and groove,
$60.
it's now, some of them, I saw the other day, $87.
Wow.
We jumped like from 23, I think that was 23, 87. I mean, it's just crazy. So I have to, I mean, I raised the price of the houses, I may have to raise it again.
The good thing is people are paying.
Yeah, that's what it's the thing, you know, so, the market is still hot. And, like I said, I have 6 buyers right now that want to build a house there.
Special permit. I couldn't find it.
It's 57. Special permits.
See, if I have the road in,
Criteria.
I never problem. 6 months, I can go over there, just put a foundation each lot and done with. But that road is a tough piece and probably take me 6 months to build.
Is this a special permit or a variance?
This is variance.
The rights
Variance
of,
or
a- the
special-
rights of a variance will lapse if they are not exercised within 1 year after the granting of such request. But the question is, okay, what's to prevent us from
Redo it.
granting another variance?
Is this a?
We have another public hearing here.
Yep.
We've given notice. All the interest, the world's been asked to show up. This is it.
Have you given notice to butters?
I believe so,
It's the certified,
Yeah.
all that good stuff.
No, that hasn't been done for this one.
But
No,
it's not.
No, because Nelson said he didn't have to, because he was only asking for an extension.
but they
So-
took my
so-
money. I mean, I gave them,
So Nelson seems to think that we could grant an extension?
I don't know. I haven't talked to
I
him.
mean, Nelson must, that must,
Nelson said he didn't have to give notice to the abutters for this time.
He did not.
He did not.
but that would seem to suggest that because we could just extend it?
The planning board letter does say that they would see him coming back to us again and
On a
again.
repetitive basis, on a case-by-case basis, when he wished to build on a non-conforming lot.
Because he has,
I think the way I read that, the planning board was figuring that he'd only apply for one at a time, not all, not a blanket.
no, they knew exactly what I was applying. But they didn't have an answer for me. So I was kind of lost for a little bit till
The way
somebody.
that letter is written, that's the way
Yeah.
I interpret.
Yep.
The rights of the variance will lapse, so now they've lapsed.
Not yet.
Well, a year.
Right.
The rights of the variance will lapse if they are not exercised within 1 year after the granting of such request. And we granted it a year ago,
The 11th.
so next week, it's up.
Yeah, and the other thing is, I came back to, I talked to Bill in the planning board, and he told me that the year, because of COVID, is going to start May 7th. Or when the state, the governor calls the
state of emergency.
So you mean you're saying the whole year, this
He- that's
entire
what he
year
told
was
me, that's
put
what
on
he-
hold?
Bill, so I don't know, I mean, I know what I need, but I don't know anything else.
Let me try to get Bill's number.
Bill Scanlon. You want to try calling him? Step outside and talk to him?
Acted fairly, no.
Nelson is having some trouble, I mean, not trouble, I guess his wife, she's kind of dying, so it's probably, she has cancer. And I don't know if you can send him a message, he'll probably return your call.
Okay, get that.
Thank you. Can I read that again? See if something clicks.
I just pay the bills. You know how that goes.
Oh, yeah.
So what are you gonna do?
So this letter just says presumably,
Presumably.
since variances lap, if they are not exercised within 1 year, he would seek a variance on a case-by-case
By case
basis,
Mhm.
which was Bill presuming that's what he would do.
Right.
But for him to finish the road, that doesn't work for him. He
Mhm.
needs to extend the 1 year that he was granted.
If I have 1 year, I can get finance for a year. I cannot get finance for 6 months.
Yeah, we understand, but we just gotta make sure we can legally extend it for a year so that you don't have problems, we don't have problems.
Okay, just got off the phone with Bill Scanlon. He said that we can apply, we can grant you a 6-month extension, 1 6-month extension. Then you have to reapply for a special permit all over again.
Okay, and,
So your other choice is to, next month, you'll give the notice to your butters and apply for one whole thing.
And how, if he's approved on a special permit, how long will that guarantee go?
I mean, not a special permit, a variance.
Oh, okay, so 1 year again.
He gets
1
another
year
year.
again.
Yeah,
So he's basically saying we can do it again, if he jumps through the hoops.
right, he has to jump through hoops. He has to notice, put the notice to all the butters.
All right.
what I don't understand is, are you Amanda? Right. Because I gave the planning board a check for $1,350, and that's supposed to be for, I mean, to notify the abutters, everything, so,
That doesn't cover notifying you.
no. And I also give my engineers, all right, I also give my engineers a check for the state, a check for the town. for
That would,
teacher.
that would be for conservation, if you're giving it to the state and to the town.
So,
It sounds like his best bet is to see Bill and apply for 6 months.
Actually, we could grant him right now a 6-month extension.
Is that what he was saying?
Yeah,
Okay.
we can grant him this, you know, if we so choose, we can grant him a 6-month extension.
And that's all we can do.
And
That's all we can do.
that's all we can do right now.
Once that runs out, he has to reapply, the whole thing has to start all over again.
All right.
That's all, you know, we're allowed to do that.
all right.
So in theory, you could get 18 months, right?
If we
If we give you 6 now.
My problem is getting money from a bank,
I understand, but I'm just saying, you get 6 months,
but I can do nothing in 6 months because I don't have the money to build the road.
Our hands are tied, I mean, unless you put a notice to your butters and everything else and reapply, then we could vote for a 1 year.
Okay,
And we can only give you 1 year, we can't give you 18 months.
okay, let's say, we let this thing go for now, and I can come back in a month, applying for a new variance, or new special permit, or whatever, a month from
Right.
today,
Yep,
and then I can get a year.
No,
yes, you could.
yeah,
Yeah.
you can.
by waiting 1 more month?
If
Well, if you wait-
he's starting
The
all
next
over
meeting,
again.
You'd be starting all over.
He's saying he's starting all over again.
But does that address the lot size?
Yeah, it would be keeping it,
Okay.
we'd be giving him the permit to, because Bill also said that the planning board, his opinion, was that the planning board wants to keep that whole subdivision that, you know, wants him to finish at the 1 acre lots that they are.
Okay.
Yeah, I remember that from one of our meetings. It was way back.
So we could, if the board chooses, I don't know how they're all gonna vote. Your choices are, we can give you a 6-month extension, and that's all we can give you. Once that runs out, you can then apply, or you can wait till next month, because this will run, your present one will run out on the 11th, and then next month you can reapply for a whole new one. Choice is yours.
I'd rather wait a month and get
A year.
for a year. Because I know then I can get finance.
Okay,
6 months I can't.
Right.
all right.
So we're gonna,
So that means he's got to notify the abutters?
he's gotta go, he's starting all over again.
Yeah, he has to notify the butters, put the ad in the paper, everything.
So as far as this request to extend, we're gonna deny it?
Per his request.
Okay.
Well, there's-
Or you're just gonna withdraw your
You just
request?
withdraw it.
Or you
You just withdraw,
If you could withdraw your request.
Yeah, because we don't want a denial on board.
Right.
Right.
You don't want us to deny it.
so withdraw your request that you got in front of us tonight, and then we'll start all over again. You know, getting the notification out to the abutters,
Okay,
and come back seeking a variance like you did a year ago, and we'll see if it's granted, then this clock starts running again.
okay,
For 1
so
year.
you know that you can do that, like, a month from today, on the new meeting, you can give me 1 year.
Right.
As long
Okay.
as-
The board, if the board chooses to, like I said, I don't know what he's thinking. I don't-
That's what I'm saying, because, I mean, I spent a year doing nothing over there.
Yeah.
I end up buying something someplace else to keep myself busy.
I would, if you're asking me personally, I would vote for it, yes. I can't answer for the rest of the board. I won't answer for the rest of the board.
How's everybody?
I don't think anybody has a problem with it. I'm just speaking for myself.
I think you'll be good, but, you know, off the record, I think you'll be good. That's my answer.
I believe the last time it came up to a vote, it was unanimously in favor. of the
Yeah,
extension.
yeah.
That's completely off the record.
With
though, you
COVID
know.
and everything else, I think the board would probably be favorable to you, but I
I think
can't.
that's part of it too,
Yeah.
right there.
Okay, so,
Withdraw your request for tonight.
mhm.
Go back and get yourself a new petition for a variance to get in front of us on June, the first Thursday of June. But you gotta get your stuff in the paper and all that good stuff.
Right. Okay,
Or, just a question just to help him possibly, or should he ask a lawyer if, because of COVID, that this whole year is...
You'd still have to come back, we'd still have to be here
Yeah.
again.
But
He'd be getting a year, not 6 months.
the town planner asked the town council, and there was nothing.
Oh.
There was no extension
Okay,
because of COVID.
okay.
yeah, I mean, it was, because, I mean, Bill told me that, I mean, when I first came to see him, he said, well, the year is gonna start when the state or the governor calls the COVID over, so it opens up the
That's
business, right?
That's not what you
And,
just said.
right,
Right, that's not,
Okay, well, that's not what we're hearing, so,
exactly, and then
okay, well,
I came back to him, he told me that he could, no, he was wrong,
okay.
telling me that, so.
okay, yeah. All right, so
Why don't you request that you withdraw your
Okay.
petition? You're gonna,
I'll, yeah, I will draw it for now, and I'll come back in a month.
okay, do we have to vote on that?
no, you should withdraw it.
Okay,
All right,
thank you.
okay, thank you.
Thank you.
Next is approval of the minutes of April 20th, 2021.
Hey, good night.
Good night.
Good night, thank you.
Has everybody read them?
Yeah, briefly. It looked like it was okay. I'm gonna stick my neck out and say, yeah. I think a motion that we accept the minutes is written.
What he said.
Second.
Motion's been made and seconded. All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. New business, old business? Nothing? Signatures?
Oh, we're gonna need one on the first one, yeah.
usually don't let me have anything shot. Next is a motion to adjourn.
I make a motion, we adjourn till next month.
Second?
Motion's been made and seconded. All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Thank you.
Thanks.